Going to do is we're going to go ahead and scan tooth number 14 on a model. You can see the stopwatch is running on the upper right hand side just to keep track of our time. So this is obviously the E4D camera. You can see we have to take multiple images with this camera due to the laser, and each image we take is going to fill in another part of that tooth. So you can see we get a little bit more information. Now we're going to rotate it a little to the buccal, and more will fill in. Generally, we need about 8 to 9 photos with different rolls and angulation in order to capture all of the data. So as we go, you're going to see a little bit more fill in. We're still missing a little bit there on the back, so we'll roll it a little bit more. That's number 5. And there's most of the prep is captured. Now we're going to do a few roll shots to capture some of the proximal contact areas. We'll go ahead and get the mesial, and then one last image we're going to go ahead and get a little bit of that distal information. So it's going to end up taking about 1.5 minutes to capture all the information on that one tooth with the E4D camera. Okay, in this picture you can see the result of taking one image with the E4D camera of tooth number 14 and 8 images. So it took me about 8 images to get the necessary data I needed for just tooth number 14 with no information whatsoever on the adjacent teeth. Okay, now with the CEREC AC Blue Cam, we're going to do the exact same example, same exact model, tooth number 14. We're going to go ahead and scan our preparation images. We're actually going to go ahead and scan the quadrant. So we took 4 images there to capture the whole quadrant. We're going to go ahead and move to the opposing dentition to capture the opposing dentition for our occlusion. And we'll take our quadrant images there. Again, the stopwatch is running to keep track of our time. And now we're going to have the patient close in the centric occlusion, and we're going to capture some articulating images. Okay, so we have all our images taken, prep, buccal bite, and opposing. We'll let the model calculate. And then the very next step, we're going to go ahead with the buccal bite articulation to put together our models. Okay. So we'll go ahead and drag the buccal bite over the preparation model. We'll drag the whole complex up towards the opposing. And there's our accurate articulation with the buccal bite. We'll hit the green arrow and the model will be proposed. Notice the time at about 1:25, so faster than it took to image one E4D tooth. We already have our model proposed and we're starting with our design. So simply we can have the software automatically find our margins. There you go. We'll hit the green arrow. And then the exclusive biogeneric process will take place. It's going to analyze the existing dentition on this model, and it's going to propose a crown that fits in that person's mouth. Okay, it's about finished here. And there we go. So you can rotate it around, do any necessary edits, hit the green arrow, and you're ready to mill. So in roughly about 2.5 minutes, start to finish with your imaging, you've got a restoration that's ready to be milled. Okay, so you saw me scan tooth number 14 with both the E4D camera and the CEREC camera. Here on this picture are a comparison of the two with the times involved. On the upper left-hand corner is the E4D scan. So it took me about 1:27 just to capture one single tooth. So it's 8 images and I captured that tooth. Now in 1:26, so actually a second less, I had captured the whole preparation quadrant, the whole opposing quadrant, the buccal bite, I articulated the images, and I'm now designing. So you can see a tremendous time savings, a huge efficiency factor with the CEREC AC Blue Cam in comparison to the E4D. To get to the point where I got with CEREC with the E4D, I'm looking at many more images and quite a bit of more time.